Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Houston Sports Talk back into the video today, and today the Los Angeles Dodgers have DFA'd Chris Taylor in the last less than a week. In the last week, the Los Angeles Dodgers have DFA'd their two longest position players, Chris Taylor and Austin Barnes. Although I will say this move should have been made by this Dodgers team a long time ago. Chris Taylor's struggles really began. I'm saying, look. Do I like the Dodgers? Absolutely not. But I really like Chris Taylor, and I hate some of the struggles he's had. We're talking about a CS MVP from a couple years ago, a one-time All-Star. I mean, early years for this Dodgers team, Chris Taylor was a stud. 2021 and 2020, 2019, even 2018, 2017, he had some great years for this Dodgers offense. But in the last, mainly, look, you can look at 2022, 2023 if you want to as well. Those weren't great years, but they weren't terrible. But the last 2 years, 2024 and 2025, have been terrible. Batting average last year 202, 87 games, only 4 home runs, which is the lowest amount of home runs he's hit in a season since 2016, where 2016 only played 36 games, hit 1 home run. Last year hit 4 in 87 games. So yeah, I mean, but look at those seasons where he's playing much less. You can look at the seasons where he has less home runs, where 2016 only hit 1 home run, but played 36 games. 2014, 2015 didn't hit any home runs, but only 37 games. This year was the least amount of home runs he's hit in a season, with the amount of games he's playing, 87 games and only 4 home runs. The year prior to that, in 2023, hit 15. 2020 hit 20. 2017 he had 21. So it's not like he was a crazy home run hitter, but for him to only hit 4 home runs, it was low for him. This year he's hit 0. But here's the thing that I didn't understand last year with the Dodgers. Chris Taylor should have been DFA'd last year, and the Dodgers made a dumb move last year. They really did. So here's the thing the Dodgers did last year. They trade for Ahmed Rosario, and they get this guy Rosario, who at the time was absolutely just killing the ball for the Tampa Bay Rays. I mean, through 76 games last year with Tampa, he was 81 for 264. Had 2 home runs, 26 RBIs, batting average was 307. And the Dodgers make a big move at the deadline to bring him back. He was a part of the 2023 team for 48 games, and they bring him back. And he was killing it. He was batting over 300. And they bring him back to the roster. And they give up some good assets in order to get him in the deal. So that's, you'd think, okay, well, he's going to be a part of the Dodgers' plans. He plays 5 games for the Dodgers in 2024 after they trade for him. And he goes 3 for 11 with a double and 2 RBIs in his first 5 games, had a stolen base and a walk, and batting average was 273, and only struck out twice in 11 at-bats in his first 5 games as a Dodger again. And was hitting the ball really well, just doing things really well for this Dodgers team. But Mookie Betts comes back from the injured list. We saw Mookie on the IL for a long time. I think he was on the 60-day IL. Mookie had that hand injury, and he comes back, and they DFA Rosario. They could have DFA'd Chris Taylor. They could have let go of Chris Taylor, and they didn't. And then they make another dumb move. Here was another dumb move they made. Someone comes back from the injured list, and they DFA Jason Hayward, who Jason Hayward was having an off year. Yes, he was batting .208 with the Dodgers. Had hit only 6 home runs, 20 RBIs, and in 63 games with the Dodgers. He was having a little bit of a rough time at the plate compared to the year before with the Dodgers in 2023. The year prior, he had hit 15 home runs and 40 RBIs. Batting average was 269. Did he have a drop down compared from 2023 to 2024? Yeah. But he was hitting the ball better than Chris Taylor was, and yet they still DFA'd him. He went to the Astros, actually started hitting the ball pretty well in Houston, or at least better than he was in L.A. This year, Hayward has had a tough time in San Diego, but they got rid of, last year, in the span of a couple weeks, they got rid of 2 players, the Dodgers, Jason Hayward and Ahmed Rosario, two guys who were offensively hitting the baseball a lot better than Chris Taylor, and yet Chris Taylor still stayed on the Dodgers. And maybe they could have had Ahmed Rosario late in the season. I think one of the things that you look at it, Taylor, you can play him all around. He can play shortstop. He can play second base. He can play in the outfield, and maybe that's the plus advantage of having Taylor. That's the only thing I would look at and say, okay, all right, that's why it was a good thing to keep Taylor over Rosario and Hayward, because Hayward could only play right. But here's the thing. Rosario, it's the same thing. He plays short, he plays second, he plays in the outfield. I think you could justify keeping Taylor over Hayward because both of their offensive numbers were really bad. And Hayward only plays in right. Taylor plays in the infield and in the outfield. But I still don't understand why the Dodgers let go of Rosario last year and kept Taylor with how good he was offensively for the Rays, and you trade for him, and how good he was in the first couple games as a Dodger again. And they should have got rid of Taylor when Mookie Betts came back from the injured list last year, instead of getting rid of Rosario. But now they get rid of Taylor. I think the craziest thing I saw with this release for the Dodgers is they cleaned out his locker before they announced the roster move. I got a report from The Athletic that his locker was cleaned out, and then an hour and a half later, you get the alert that the Dodgers DFA'd him. You knew this move. It wasn't surprising. It wasn't surprising when I saw the move. When an hour before that, I saw that they cleaned his locker room out. But this year, like I mentioned, has been a really rough year for Chris Taylor. It's been worse this year than it was the year prior. This year is, it's actually been better, surprisingly. I'm sorry, my bad. This year, yeah, batting 200 this year, 28 games, no home runs, 2 doubles. He's 7 for 35 on the season. So it's been a tough year for 13. Yeah, here's another really bad thing. 13 strikeouts. That's another thing that Taylor's really struggled with in his career, striking out a lot. So, let me know your thoughts on the roster move for the Dodgers as they get rid of one of their longest tenured position players. He became the longest tenured position player after they got rid of Austin Barnes, and now they've got rid of him. I don't know who's the longest tenured position. Is it Mookie Betts? It might be. I could be wrong. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section, but I think Mookie Betts is now the most longest tenured Dodgers position player after the Dodgers have gotten rid of Austin Barnes and Chris Taylor. So let me know your thoughts on the Dodgers. Let me know your thoughts on the Dodgers getting rid of Chris Taylor in the comment section, and peace out.